How are you pursuing your goals? Dot Connector 17 here, testing the tips for life just for you. Today it's about an easy tip to implement, which you can start with straight away. Thank you so much for watching. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn if it's any good writing down your top goals repeatedly. Many books about personal development and many coaches actually recommend this. And science says that people without goals in life cannot achieve any. People who do not write down their goals actually have a low percentage rate in achieving them. People who write them down and then think of them regularly achieve a higher percentage rate in achieving them. And that people who write them down repeatedly have every chance to achieve all of them. I will share with you now how to keep up the habit, how it feels to do it, what it does with you and what you can do with it. I started writing down my top goals about a year ago, and in the past 12 months I did that on more than 200 days. Recently, frequency went down a little bit because I was just so busy working on them. Another reason is that over time I collected so much advice for things to keep track of: daily gratitude, vocal exercise, track of coaching I received, an ideas book, a gold star book celebrating achievements, a few action plans, a bucket list, a vision for the professional future, a vision for the private future, both of which for 5 years, for in 10 years and in 20 years. Can you actually exaggerate that writing down thing? Well, soon I will try out a relationship action plan and a journal. That should help me find the right balance. For some of the stuff I will do a video, so stay tuned if you want to know what works and what doesn't work. So what's it like writing down your goals repeatedly? Actually, it felt quite easy. It doesn't even take 5 minutes of your time, and very soon you know the content by heart. I wasn't sure in the beginning if I would keep up the habit, so I decided to do a test week where I would do it every day, and afterwards decide if I would go on with that, yes or no. That worked great. I actually liked what I wrote down every day. Take a moment now and think about when in your daily routine you could fit in that 5-minute slot. Before you can write down your goals, you actually have to identify them. I challenge you to find good ones. Allow yourself some time and collect at least 10 or 15 ideas, then narrow them down to about 7 and transform these 7 aspects into 4 goals. I'm sure you can combine things. For example, if you want to lose weight, eat healthier and stop smoking. How do you feel about putting that into one goal, saying, I strive for a healthy lifestyle, or I strive for a healthy and attractive shape? That way you have room for other aspects of your life in your 3 remaining goals. Finding your goals could easily take half an hour or more, but in my experience it is worth it because the result will influence your thinking throughout the next year. So what would you like to think about often next year? I followed the generic advice to think big and choose goals that actually scare you. I also wanted to cover as many aspects as possible in just 4 sentences. I ended up with one sporty goal which scared me very concretely, to be done in summer. A very generic goal with a 3 to 5 years perspective. That could be something like become an interesting human being, or become a great leader, become a great cook. A non-scary sports goal which requires regular activity, and a bold dream for the benefit of others which requires audacity to achieve. So during the test week I tweaked the text a little bit every day until I was happy with it. I'm sure you will quickly find out that writing down your goals is particularly good for those requiring regular activity. I trained on all days when I wrote down the goals because I just had the perfect reminder. It is good for generic goals too, because although you do not have concrete actions in the beginning, you collect ideas over time which then result in concrete measures that will make also this goal a reality. You may wonder, is it worth it? Is it any good? And in particular, Is it better than writing them down once and then afterwards just thinking about them? Yes, it is. For the first time, I actually worked on all 4 goals year-round and made good progress, especially on the 2 most challenging ones. I have to admit that I missed the scary sporty one, because when it counted I was, well, too scared. But I'm not going to beat myself up for that. Instead, I can do some reprioritization. Is it really that important? And if so, think, how can I approach this differently? What can I change? So there you have it. Writing down your goals repeatedly is actually better than doing it occasionally. Find good ones, because they influence your thinking throughout the year. And you can start by answering the questions, what would I like to write down every day that I can act upon? That's it from me. Enjoy the process of finding your personal good goals and act on them. I'm sure you will achieve amazing things. Peace. Did you like this video? Then please don't be shy and hit the thumbs up button. If you hate this video, you probably won't like the other ones either. However, I think the best you can possibly do is send this video to an annoying friend and enjoy the idea that that person is wasting his or her time. Peace.